take you into Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege Season 2. Hello, dear rookie agents. How are you all doing? I'm Jiu Jun. We meet again this time. I'm really sorry for that. I've been a little sick recently, which delayed me for a while. Originally, I planned to in this issue, to take you to run through the Zero Dam map, but the new season is approaching. I still plan to take a look. If there are any subtle changes on this map, review my materials, and confirm that there are no mistakes before presenting. So the content of this video has changed. Let's add some supplementary X. In the first game for newbies, the minefield that has harmed many friends, and how to equip for many new players, and after the game is over, how to deal with the loot after the game. I hope this video will be helpful to you, and welcome everyone to discuss in the comments. By the way, this series of videos, I plan to reduce the duration and increase the update rate. Each episode will share about 2 to 3 points. At the same time, I will answer the common questions raised by friends in the comments. At that time, you can find the corresponding videos in the series collection to find the corresponding videos to watch. In this way, it can reduce the long waiting time of my friends and avoid talking too much like in the first season, causing some viewers to be confused at the end. Spelling confused. Okay, in the first video, we started from scratch. We discussed Delta Operation, the account interconnection logic of this game, and the gameplay of the Fenghu Zone looting mode, concepts and basic game mechanics. In the final newbie first game, I also left room for you newbies, left room for you to play freely. I don't know how you guys in front of the screen. Friends, what's your harvest from this game? Welcome to Bring Screens. Leave your experience in the comments section. However, I have to say that only through practice can we gain true knowledge. Just when I confidently assured everyone that in the first round, we didn't try bungee jumping, it was absolutely safe. Oh my god. Many friends gave me feedback that when they were searching, I was searching and suddenly, they were suddenly blown up by landmines. Okay, I'll take the blame. I take the blame. It was my negligence in the last video. I didn't mention it to you, so in this video, let's start from here and talk about it. Open the map and come to the surrounding area of the paid. We can see an iron fence on the right side. There seems to be a path here connecting the north and south roads, and when we climb over it, we will find many signs standing here. This is the minefield. Officials have set up minefields in Zero Dam. On these two maps, have set up different sized minefields, and its mechanism is also very easy to understand. Each sign represents a certain number of mines. The front side of the sign, which is the side where we can see the words, is absolutely safe. The back side represents the location where the mine is buried. When we walk over it, we will be blown up by the mine. There is only one minefield on the dam map. The way to go is very easy. After we come in, we can keep walking along the right. We can find all the front sides of signs. After walking a distance, there will be a bird's nest, which is a reward for the brave. Then we continue to move along the edge. This box is the entrance and exit of the other road. In the same way, if we enter from the other side, we can also keep walking along the right. There is also a second bird's nest. After searching the bird's nest, we can find two signs, both of which is a small passage on the front side. Just keep walking along this. We can return to the previous position. Then we continue to move in the opposite direction. We can return to the paid evacuation point. So what about the minefield? We will stop here for now. In fact, in actual operation, novice players, you mainly need to overcome your nervousness. Don't panic and move forward slowly according to the signs, and move forward according to them. I believe that with everyone's ingenuity, there will be no problem at all. However, dangerous things are not only this one. On the damn map, besides the humans of our various forces, are competing with each other, there will also be a group of elusive animals. Yes, it's the crocodile. The common touch position is in the river at the bottom of the map. I believe that during my absence, many of you have experienced the power of this little pet that we don't know who's under its not-so-cute appearance. It hides a death roll of 80 damage. If in bad condition, it can be killed directly by it. But in normal circumstances, we don't approach it. It won't be alerted by the crocodile, and careful friends may have noticed while playing on the dam, have already found. Two places in the river will occasionally, which are disguised as player boxes. This small trap, while the reward is average, will also activate a nearby crocodile 100%. And if you trigger the crocodile here, it will keep tracking us until we run away a long distance from it, or get bitten by it. When facing a crocodile, we usually have two solutions. The first one is to use the human speed advantage to run away. If we run a certain distance, it will give up tracking. The other way is simple and crude. We just shoot it with a burst of bullets. Generally, as long as you don't accidentally step on its head and be attacked, or try to fight it hand to hand. The lethality of crocodile is really very low, but it's definitely not zero. Okay, back to the topic. At the end of the last video, I gave you a cliffhanger, and I asked you to sell all the white medicines in your warehouse. All of them were sold. I believe that in the long process of many friends have personally experienced this reason. That's right. It's this white medicine is really too difficult to use compared to the commonly used purple medicine during our onslaught. The speed gap is really visible to the naked eye, and this is not just affecting the game experience of applying potions. A few seconds difference can determine the outcome of a team fight and the life and death of the game. So in the consumption aspect of the equipment, how should we choose them? Take the 14 grid chest vest. The 14 grid chest vest we seized. We can see that there are exactly 2 3 grid blue slots. Then we don't need to say more. We directly choose the purple outdoor and the Dick surgical kit. and careful friends may have noticed that. The description of Purple Blood Pack. It will consume extra points to help us repair wounds, and gives us a temporary painkiller effect, which is useful in early.
Haven't developed the good habit of taking medicine on time.
New players, it's useful. Isn't Twaste on the gun died useful, but the problem with this item lies in its additional use.
This effect cannot be manually controlled.
That is to say, after we use it up, this Purple Blood Pack we will not. It won't restore our full health of 350. To deal with this situation, we usually buy a few green needles to use them together when we don't need to restore health. And some extra effect, we directly use Blood Needle to simply restore our health. Then the first case surgery kit needn't be explained. The fastest and most durable surgery. Generally, this one can be used for 1 to 2 rounds. And we can also use a tourniquet for bleeding wounds. Is always the fastest way to stop bleeding.
And it doesn't consume points from the surgery kit.
This godlike tool is also a white medicine. To be honest, I really can't understand this. It's 4 painkillers.
We can choose a 5-time purple painkiller.
Is enough.
It can be seen that 1 dose can last for 6 minutes. We don't need to frequently replenish this buff.
Avoiding exposing our position in the combat area. Expose our position by taking, and this small bottle of medicine can last us through a game. So in terms of medicine, is more or less like this. If you think the purple medical box is still a bit expensive,
we can use the blue one instead,
including surgical kits and pain, and our requirement is
at least green or above level. White medicine is purely to imprison ourselves,
which reduces the gaming experience if we are in the novice period. Choose the operator windbreaker, then we can save the money for blood medicine completely. And we can have more slots for chest gear to help us carry more loot. We only bring 1 green needle to deal with the first hormone gun's cooldown.
To deal with emergencies before the cooldown ends.
And below the consumables are these, which provide us with extra buffs.
We don't need to consider them in the early stage.
The intensity of the game is not that high. Moreover,
these items are indeed quite expensive.
If this series of mine, if I'm lucky enough to survive to the future, or top secret assault chapters, we will discuss it later. Okay, so the equipment for the chest vest has been completed here. Next, let's talk about other aspects. In the regular mode, the system limits us. The highest gear is a level for suit and level 3 bullets.
The 4-piece set in the entire Delta
is not high-end, but for our novice period, it is indeed a considerable expense. So we can settle for the second best. In the normal mode, we can just get a blue 3-piece set. Then we can get a gun that we like in the beginning. We don't need to consider the fully modified guns worth hundreds of thousands. A gun that costs about 100,000 can hit people.
A cost-effective gun that you won't feel bad about losing.
In my previous videos, I have already introduced to you my favorite newbie gun, AK-7 for you, AKS-7 for you. I won't go into detail here. I'll directly share the gun mod code with you. Welcome to try it out. And I also welcome you to share in the comments your gun modification tips. Later, I will also in this series talk about the gun modification system in detail. After getting the guns, we can bring the corresponding bullets. Generally, the bullet level should match your armor level. So when we meet opponents with similar equipment, or even 1 level higher than us, we can also have a fighting chance. On the map of Puba, we can just choose the highest level 3 bullets.
After all, we can't be poor of bullets.
This is also what I realized after playing more than 100 rounds, that I realized this truth. So next we should choose a suitable backpack. Personally, I highly recommend you choose this 24 pack, which can hold a lot of loot, including several guns. If you want to save some money, the 21 grid coffin bag and 20 grid backpack are also good choices. Finally, we can bring some repair tools, which can be used to repair helmets and armor. In the game,
we will always encounter the case of armor durability.
At this time, our armor no longer provide bulletproof protection, provide bulletproof function.
We will be as fragile as a piece of paper.
Even the cheapest level 1 bullet can easily kill us in an instant. When we carry armor repair,
we can directly repair the armor in the game.
To prepare for the next battle, different types of armor of the same level face the same level of armor repair, have different calculation formulas. However, in our novice period, we can be simple and remember it 1 to 1. That means the same color of armor repair. The armor repair is the limit of it once. So we can see that many. Many veteran players during the assault will carry more than 2 armor repairs, or in another way, bring a level higher than the armor repair.
They can repair the armor until it is retired,
or fail to evacuate in a game. But now, we can 3 helmets and bring a set of corresponding. Just learn from the 3 head and 3 arm repairs. After all, at present, we just want to understand the mechanism and experience it, and develop a good habit of repairing armor. Finally, you can bring a peace fruit to bless us a smooth evacuation in this game. Of course, giving a like to this video will have the same effect, and it will last for a long time. So the above is my equipment method. You can refer to it and adjust it according to your own situation. Now, surely, there must be someone asking, oh, your equipment is a bit troublesome, and it costs so much.
Is there a simpler and cheaper way to play?
Some brothers may ask. We can actually see that
the access value of PUBG is not limited.
That is to say,
we can completely go into the game with nothing.
Just start with a knife and get equipment. This is the legendary knife running gameplay. We enter the map naked. First, we possess a bot and start searching with his items. Put the most valuable items in the safe box. As a safety net, entering the map with 0 cost,
Whether we succeed in evacuating or not.
we will always make a profit. If you guys need to improve the gaming experience a little bit, you can come to the equipment page,
There is a thing called the standard set,
which are given by
which are given to us through various activities.
the standard and elite sets. We can keep them for future conf to collect supplies in the above maps. In the early stage, we can pay more attention to
We can get a lot of free recruit coupons every day.
with this thing is slightly better than and in the recruit vouchers, we can notice the third one, called firepower equipment.
This equipment is mainly composed of sniper rifles and carbines.
As you can see,
The bullets it gives us are level 3 bullets,
after the game starts, we can directly take out the bullets and put them in the safe.
so we can get free bullets from each new recruit coupon.
Tens of thousands of half-wings bullets. Keep them for future assaults or sell them directly, which is a good deal. Okay, so the above is about equipment. During the time I was sick and delayed the update,
I always receive many messages from my friends,
my loot has filled up my warehouse.
but I'm not sure what to sell and what to keep.
For fear of selling the wrong one, it will affect the development of the account. In fact, in our novice period, from Daba
Anything we picked up from maps like Changong Creek Valley,
can be sold with confidence.
even if we are lucky enough to get the Heart of Africa.
As long as you want, there is no problem selling it at all. The reason why friends have this kind of doubt, I think it's probably from the usage in the item details, such as Secret Service upgrade.
But when we actually go to upgrade,
We can see that these items can be purchased from the exchange.
we can't actually buy the items needed for upgrading.
Rocket fuel and satellite dishes, their origins are aerospace bases. So in the early stage, just happily clear the inventory for Harvard coins. Don't feel any pressure, as mentioned in the last video. When our action level reaches level 3, the trading post will be and we are forced to enter the tutorial. Let's sell the radio in the newbie tutorial. Here, the system has already reminded us.
We should compare the price of the loot with the quartermaster.
System recycling and the price of the trading post.
When dealing with the loot we bring out in the bureau,
We should also apply the same logic. So here
I also forcefully give all new agents to instill my personal experience.
First, there are damaged radios. Each account can only get this time, and at level 3, the system
will force us to sell it.
for those who like to collect, may feel a little sad, right?
At this time, we directly press Alt plus F4.
To quit the game, then after we log in again, we can see that it will be completely preserved. Then let's talk about the items. The items brought out of the game. I personally divide them into 2 categories. First, the first category is combat supplies, including guns, equipment, ammunition, consumables.
We can choose to keep these directly,
But remember to try them at the shooting range. The seized guns, to avoid synthesis light, if we want to sell them. Then the items above blue quality. We can choose to sell them in the trading house, operating on the trading interface. It will be quicker. At the moment we click to sell, the system will automatically obtain the current lowest price. If we have a lot of loot and want to sell things quickly and don't take up space in the trading post, then on the basis of the lowest price, click the minus sign 5 to 6 times.
which means lowering 1 or 2 gears.
In this way, it will be sold in about 1 second. The same goes for guns. We uncheck the green accessories and click the others about 5 times. And for the remaining green accessories, we can sell them in batches to the system for recycling. In fact, careful friends can
Also disassemble the seized guns by themselves.
and then classify and bulk the accessories for future use when assembling guns. But personally,
I still prefer a simple and straightforward approach.
I'll sell them quickly when selling and buy them directly in 1 step. By the way, the uniform
The equipment vouchers will be brought back to the depot.
will also be brought back to the warehouse. However, they cannot be listed on the trading post. We can only keep them or sell them to Secret Service at a low price. Next, the second. The second type is various props we found from the game. In fact, 80% of the items
Are basically the same as those in Secret Service.
we can directly sell them in bulk. Is also a good choice. However, occasionally due to season tasks or various activities.
The prices of some props suddenly rise.
This thing, I've been thinking about.
I couldn't come up with a particularly perfect method.
I'll make a list for you newbies at the beginning, friends.
You can compare the prices of each item.
The prices on both sides after playing a few rounds, basically in the current season. What to sell directly.
You will know what to list and sell in the trading house.
It's worth noting that
We can come to the department R&D center every week
here,
to see the props required for the current exchange event.
during this week, we can prioritize searching and bring out these items and then sell them at a good price in the trading house.
Finally, some friends have messaged me privately.
Saying that I have some good luck here and got some red items and want to keep them. However, which makes my warehouse space a little tight. Can I buy some extra boxes from the department? Buy some extra boxes to make a transition. Yes, it's totally fine. In fact, the system will, when our deposit reaches 50 million, through the task of the Great Collector, give us an advanced collection box to help us free up the warehouse. But this thing, for us, is still a bit far away for us new players. May still be a little far away, so we can come to the department. We can buy some cheap boxes from the department to classify and store items to free up the main warehouse. But there is one thing you must pay attention to.
Don't buy this file box. Because it can only store
Because it can only store.
the identity cards we seized from other players.
It's a total ripoff. Okay, so the above is what I want to share in this issue. I hope it will be helpful to all new players. For being sick and delaying updates, I still want to express my deep apology to everyone. Finally, I would like to ask, please give me a like and follow. Your support is the greatest motivation for me to update.
See you in the next video, and have a great day.